All right, good afternoon. I'm Patrick Henry. I'm running for State Representative in House District 25. And this afternoon I want to talk about voter registration, mail-in ballots, and early voting. Now I'm going to slow down a little bit because this gets complicated. I want to give a shout out to the Brazoria County Clerk Joyce Hudman on an excellent website. Everything you possibly want to know, if you can go through the website, you can find. You have a one-stop shopping right there for mail-in ballot requests, voter registration forms, just about everything. It has all the information on early voting and election day voting. If you personal message us, we will either get you the forms or we'll give you the link to the Brazoria County Clerk website. All right, so registration. If you're mailing in registrations, it must be postmarked no later than October 5th. If you register with a VDR, which is Volunteer Deputy Registrar, they will turn your application in. You can check the county clerk's website or PM us to check to see if you are registered. If you've not voted in 2 election cycles, you may have been purged from the rolls. You should have received 2 notifications before you're removed from the rolls. Of course, if you've received your voter registration card, you're good to go. So let's talk about mail-in ballots. First, you must request a mail-in ballot application. Some of you will receive an application courtesy of the Texas Democratic Party. Again, that form is on the Brazoria County Clerk's Office website. Vote by mail applications must be received by October 23rd. We recommend that when you receive your ballot, if you plan to mail it, to do so as soon as you get it. You may contact the county clerk's office to see if it was received by phone or by email. You might want to give it a good week to get there. If you aren't comfortable with mailing your ballot, you may take it to the East Annex in Angleton and personally turn it in. You must have ID and sign a form. I believe if you call from your car, they will come out to get it. If you're in Matagorda County, you must return it to the clerk's office in the courthouse in Bay City, room 202. Mail ballots can be mailed as late as November 3rd, but must be received by November 4th. Please do not try this. If you decide not to use your mail ballot and vote in person, take your mail ballot with you to the polls and turn it in to the election judge. They will cancel it and you may vote normally. Remember too that if there are any irregularities, if something is wrong, you can always vote provisionally and work to make sure that your vote was secured later. Which gets us to early voting. Again, the Brazoria County Clerk's website has this information. Early voting in Brazoria County will be convenient. And remember, you can vote from any of the locations that I'm going to read. So, early voting in Brazoria County. You can vote in Angleton at the East Annex on Mulberry Street, Alvin Library on Gordon, Brazoria Library on Brooks, the Freeport Library on Brazosport Boulevard, Lake Jackson Civic Center on 332, Banville North Annex, 7313 Corporate Drive, Pearland East at the Tom Reed Library, Pearland West at the West Side Event Center, Shadow Creek, Pearland West Side Library, and West Columbia at the Precinct 4 building. Any of these locations, your vote counts for the county. If you're in HD 25, which is Southern Brazoria County, and you vote in Pearland, it still counts. If you're in HD 29, Travis Bolt's district, and you vote in Angleton, your vote still counts. Okay, so let's get to hours. In Brazoria County, from Tuesday, October 13th to Saturday, October 17th, you may vote from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Sunday, October 18th, you may vote from noon to 5 p.m. Monday, the 19th of October, through Saturday, the 14th, you may vote from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. Sunday, the 25th, you may vote from noon until 5 p.m. Monday, October 26th, through Friday, the 30th, you may vote from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. There's not much of an excuse to get to early voting in Brazoria County. I had a nice conversation with the Matagorda County Clerk, Janet Hickle. Matagorda County is much smaller, with less staff and budget, even though it covers a large area. Their early voting is more limited. They will be voting at the Bay City Service Center and a yet-to-be-determined location in Palacios. In Palacios, they're looking for a larger site to allow for social distancing. There will be voting weekdays only from the 13th to the 30th in Matagorda County, and those will only be during business hours. However, on Thursdays, they will be open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. to allow those who can't get there before 5 a chance to vote early. If you need assistance with registration, mail-in ballots, or early voting in Matagorda County, contact Paula Whitney, Democratic Party Chair, at 832-805-9434. You can always contact us, and we will get you in touch with the help that you need. If you need a ride to the polls for early voting, if you need a ride to turn in your early ballot, either in Matagorda County or Brazoria County, we're more than willing to help you. Just reach out to us. Remember, when you go to vote, if a candidate is handing out a token, jokingly saying, you need that token to vote, it's not a very funny joke. You need no tokens to vote. All right, so what does my campaign need? What does the Democratic Campaign Party need in Brazoria and Matagorda counties? We need phone bankers. We need text bankers. We need lit droppers. We won't knock on doors. We just hang bags on doors. We need people to drive the lit droppers around. We need postcard writers, and we need prayers. Some of us have been a little anxious and maybe a little cranky this week about the election. And my staff here is smiling. We need places for signs. We may need places for signs, especially after Laura comes through Texas. Hopefully that won't happen. We'll be doing a lit drop in Clute Saturday morning if you want to come out and help. That's a Southern Brazoria County Democratic Party lit drop. It'll be at 8 a.m. And later that day at Bay City at 5 p.m. We'll be in the parking lot of Walmart at about 4:30 to organize that in Bay City. The time is getting tight. It's time to turn the inspiration from last week's convention into action. This isn't for me. This isn't for any other candidate. It's for the future of our state and our country. Put on your work boots and gloves, folks. It's time to go to work. We can do this.